Equifax and the Equifax Foundation, we tend to look for non-traditional grant opportunities. We tend to ask our core partners, what haven't they been able to do that they would try to do if given the funding?
We had some recent feedback from our students that while our direct financial support is critical to them and they need the money, they felt like one area where they could not compete with some of their more economically secure peers was in work experience and networking and contacts.
Community paid internship program just seemed to fit extraordinarily well within our emphasis around youth and college access and employment opportunities, but also this networking piece is really critical but sometimes nebulous piece. And so we take a look at the other core partners Equifax has and say, how can we help you? And we know that in the traditional nonprofit sector that capacity is a core issue, that there may be a great mission, there may be great programs, but who's going to advance those missions and those programs? So we give money to the Scholarship Foundation, but they in turn, in a highly unusual turn, reallocate that money to these interns to do work for different nonprofits in our core footprints.
It's a win, 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 win. It's a win for Equifax because they can leverage and spread their dollars to a number of community partners. It's a win for the student because the student gets experience she would not otherwise have and a network formerly unavailable. It's a win for the Scholarship Foundation because we get to help our students not just get an education, but get the experience towards employment. And it's a win for the nonprofit agency who is under-resourced and may not have access to the brilliant young minds that our students bring with them to the workplace. The net effect of all of that is building a stronger community fabric. So maybe there are 5 wins.
We got connected with the Scholarship Foundation, and last year we had an intern, loved it. She was really amazing, and this year we definitely wanted to participate again. He has been really great. She has been very independent, has been able to take direction as needed. She's also been working really hard on creating a resource book for our families so that they have the information they need if they need help with utilities or if they need, housing assistance.
Working and going to school, it's hard sometimes. Having the opportunity to make money and do something you actually enjoy doing is great. It gives you the opportunity to build those connections, those experiences that you'll need when you go into your career.
Karina has been here at the center almost every day, welcoming students, welcoming their families. And so she's going through interviews with the students who come to the center and with the counselors and finding out what they think about the experience. And she's also collecting and analyzing some data for us so we know how effective we've been. And at the end of all of that, we'll have a case study that she's writing that will kind of document our whole experience this summer, and we can share that with our funders and with community members.
So this summer we've served about 215 plus students. From what we know is at least 25 have come in at least 3 times or more, who often this is their first time talking about college or really getting information and true information about college. So we want to make the time here as great as possible.
It's just been me getting the organization started up. We applied through the Scholarship Foundation and let them know our needs, which was definitely for marketing. That was the area that I needed someone the most. I'm so fortunate to have gotten Hanley for the whole summer. She even scheduled a plan for me so that now, upon her departure, I'll be able to refer back to it.
Going into my senior year, so I definitely needed some more experience on my background and on my resume. Not only does it help the community, but it helps students that may not have the same connections that other people do. Some people have family connections and may not even have to go through the interviewing process. I really enjoy photography, art in general, so that's why I think that this was perfect. It was a perfect fit. I'm creating the video and I'm really enjoying, taking the footage and picking the music out myself and putting it all together, and I can't wait to see the final outcome.
It's been a real pleasure working with Jacob this summer. He has been somebody who has really just dived in and taken the projects that I've given him with sometimes very vague instructions and run with them, which is great.
The biggest project is building a website and then keeping it updated, just with all the information that we have going on.
Devontae listens really well, and he has a lot of energy. Every time I give him an assignment, he completes it with enough time for me to editing it back. I had someone who could create content and then do analytics and measure the content that we're doing. So I was like, this is perfect. I can see his time management has improved, his writing is improving.
That's actually why I decided to change my minor to communications, because that's what she majored in, and seeing what she does every day and learning from her really made me want to do the same type of thing.
Being a nonprofit, we only have certain funding for staff. With Hannah's support, help more homeowners because of that added support.
My main goal here is educating the local businesses on what we're doing, and so I think that's good because once the local businesses know we're doing, then maybe they'll be willing in the future to continue to support us.
So this is the final step. This is the trivia night that we've been working for the past 3 months.
We were really happy to get Hannah as an intern. She really was invaluable. She spent the summer with us, worked on all kinds of tasks. In this particular event, Trivia Night, Hannah assembled the entire video production, wrote trivia questions, researched. We feel very good about Hannah. I wish I had a full-time job waiting for her, maybe someday.
We have a wonderful intern, Amber Overton, who's at the Brown School of Social Work, to help us.
It just fit perfectly with my interests at the time and currently. It sounded like a good mixture of direct practice, but also more macro level work.
She can go forth and do the work, and I don't have to bother her every 5 minutes. We have weekly touch-base sessions.
This is probably the first time in graduate school that I've just seen such a connection between real life and school.
Through these opportunities, we're able to leverage the skills of students to be able to build out our website and to be able to create a comprehensive communication plan with our clients, with our donors, with the broader community.
So I'm working on their fundraising mostly, a little bit of the marketing. We actually have 2 interns, which has been really nice working with my counterpart Desiree. She's awesome. She does a lot of the social media.
Their main target audience is lower income. That really touches me because, believe it or not, I'm in the lower income as a student, and then I grew up in poverty. And so just knowing that an organization is out there helping people like me and my family, especially with financial literacy, it was really touching to me. So I wanted to see what I can do for that organization.
And we should all want to see ourselves in the story of these students, which is, how did we get to where we are today? And what was the scaffolding? Who were the people that helped us to recognize our talent, to empower us to feel confident that we could do well? I think we're living in this really interesting time where access to the American dream is being discussed all the time, and how difficult it is for mainstream middle-class folks to have access, to get ahead, to pay off their student loans. So these young men and women are getting the support and a peek inside and how things work and how they can be a valuable part of a team.